Okay, so I'll start with some pepper and this basil, fresh one from the garden. Yeah, it's also named akukobesa in tree. And I have 2 bulbs of red onions, some ginger, and garlic. Yeah, and I'll be adding some cloves later on. And this is my chicken. Yeah, I think that this was soft chicken, so it didn't take long. These are my spices. I'll put in the description box what it contains. It's natural herbs, and I have 1 small shrimp Maggi cube. I have salt and turmeric. Turmeric is the yellow thing, and that's my cloves. So yeah, that's for the chicken. So I'll go ahead and chop my onions up. You know how we do it in Ghana? No chopping board. And I think with the leaves you can even add a stem, but I've not tried that before. Yeah, it smells very good. It's great for chicken or any fowl meat. Yeah. So in goes my chicken, well washed. Then I'll pour my blended stuff on it. And then my spices, which is the salt, blended herbs, and turmeric. And the turmeric gives it a nice color too. If you take too much, it'll make your chicken look yellowish. And yeah, you can omit the cube if you want to go extremely healthy, but it's not that bad. It's just a small cube, and it's a shrimp version, so it makes it nicer. It gives it a nice touch. Yep. Now the chicken is done, so I'll just go ahead to take it off the fire and fry it up. Yeah. I know the amount of oil looks unhealthy, but hey, when you're frying chicken, you need a lot of oil. I mean, you can't do shallow frying for chicken. Or I'll try that and see. Yes. Yeah, so as you can see, chicken is done, and I intentionally cut it into smaller pieces because I don't have any guests coming around, and my parents wouldn't really take the chicken, they would just take egg. Yeah, so this is for me and my siblings, and if I cut it into bigger pieces, it will finish early, so I have to cut it into smaller pieces. Yeah, so we soon move to the jollof rice, and yeah, this one is for me definitely right after frying. So what is much more satisfying is when you want jollof and you have the stew already. So I had the stew already, and we are using a cooker to cook the jollof rice. Yeah, so I just put in the stew in the cooker for it to heat up, and I'll later on add my rice. Yeah, and I wash the rice and let it dry in the colander. That's why it's in the colander. Yeah. And then I normally mix the rice and the stew up to see if the stew is enough, to see the color. For this one, when I finished mixing it up, I saw it was a bit light in color, so I added some more stew. Yeah, and I let it stay on for some time for the rice and the stew to get acquainted to each other, let them hang out. And I didn't leave it so that it doesn't burn. Yeah, so it's like you're toasting the rice and the stew together before you add water. Yeah, before you add water to it. Yeah, so I did that for a couple of minutes, stirring the rice and stew only. It just makes it nicer. And this is the stock from the chicken. The stock from, please do not throw it away. I beg you, add it. Like, it makes a difference. it makes a difference. So that's the chicken stock. I added everything inside, but it wasn't enough, so I had to add more water. But if the chicken stock is enough, you don't even need to add any water, and that's just like perfect, because the water just, I say it's I don't know how to say, like it decreases the flavor. So the more stock you add, the better it becomes. But then I had to add more liquid for the rice to cook inside. And I do not really measure water for jollof rice. I often just put the water in and make sure that the consistency is like a thick porridge, just like what I'm doing. So as I'm adding the water, I'm mixing it up, and if I get the consistency to be just like a thick porridge, I will stop adding water and close it. And remember to taste for salt and adjust to your preference. So the thick porridge consistency works perfect for me, because if the rice naturally doesn't like water, it always comes out perfect. And if the rice likes water and the jollof rice tends to be hard, I just need to sprinkle more water. In this situation, I did sprinkle water on it and then put the rubber back because it was a bit hard. It had some uncooked bits. Yeah, and one thing about jollof rice is practice makes you perfect, because even experts sometimes mess up when they use a new type of rice. So you just need to keep practicing. And this point, I was just creating in holes. I don't know where I learned this, but it just makes the heat and the steam circulate, because it's the heat that cooks the rice, it's not the water. Yeah, that's why you don't need too much water. You just need enough water to cook the rice. Yeah, and don't mind the bent or scotch bottom. There's no way you cook rice and you wouldn't have the bottom, a bit bent. Small one, be not too much. Oh yeah, some people like it that way, so it's not really a big deal. At this point, it was cooked. Because of the heat, I added napkins, so it was singled out and cooked. The joy of cooking jollof rice, and it's not a mutu. Oh god. Yeah. Okay, so we all know Ghana jollof rice goes so well with Ghana salad. Yeah. So I had chopped the vegetables already, so just layer it on. It's like soil profile. Put the vegetables in. It doesn't go in any order. Your baked beans, and this thing, it filled me, guys. Can you look at this? Fill. So I used a knife to just cut the egg. And you add your sardine. I prefer corned beef, but I didn't have corned beef as at then. So yeah, you added in your ketchup. Ghana salad is often not that healthy, so please, I beg. And go with your mayonnaise or salad cream. Yeah, and then the same thing continues till you're satisfied, basically, or you run out of ingredients. Yeah. And ta-da! And the green sauce that went with it, I think I'll make a video of it, God willing, some other time. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you made it up to this point, thank you, mercy. And yeah, please like and consider subscribing if you haven't. Have a blessed new year, and peace.